The other one, Mrs. Weaver, I guess it's a Mrs. Weaver. I can't see. I need to put my glasses in my hand. Keith Weaver, yeah. That's for $100 as well. I have no problem with like Mrs. Hall. I know her very well and stuff that she's done, but then just selling off our property for $100 for the sake of just, I guess, selling it for people to hold it and then use it later. I don't know what the stipulations are. You saying that you cannot sell it, or someone else wish to sell it to buy it and to develop it, or what have you? Because if we are just selling off a property for $100, and as I've said so many times, you cannot even buy a burial slot for $100. And people know land is prime land, and we are prime city, and they want our land, and we just giving it away.
15 seconds.
And so I just hope that we would consider and cogitate over these matters. If we want to move our city forward, we can't move it forward if we just give it away our land. We won't have anything. We won't even have a city after a while.
Thank you.
That seems like where it's headed to.
Thank you.
Just doesn't matter.
Kevin Irving, 14802 Elm Avenue. Last week I made the comments to each and every last one of our council members by phone, by in person, and I'm glad that our mayor is here. I talked to our mayor's secretary, but not to our mayor. When we have emergency equipment, my mother took ill, so I'm gonna say this, and this was reserved to not just mine, to every elderly person. We had only one EMS bus running the day my mother took ill. When I talked to the fire chief, he said, well, only thing we can do is outsource and call from another city to get another EMS bus. If it was your family, you wouldn't like it either. If those firemen didn't refer this to a better situation, you would have had the news people in here. Because for the simple fact is, I gave everybody a phone call. Even talked to your secretary. Anytime you putting stuff for emergency, I want you to start thinking about equality of life. I want you to start thinking about how the elderly people, because those are the ones that basically reside in East Cleveland. We don't have a hospital anymore, we have a aftercare. And I do believe you wouldn't want it to happen in your house. You wouldn't want that. We're supposed to have 4 EMS buses, and we only have technically one functioning, one almost functioning, and one that's supposed to be ours up and running, but it's still out on repair. I'll say this again, get a mechanic. Get a diesel mechanic. I talked to Mr. King first. I talked to Mr. Wheeler second. Ms. Graham, I did not speak to you per se, but I have talked to Mr. Martin and Robert Thomas. Let's change this. Quality of life comes first. Thank you.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
First, yeah.
Before you get started, can I ask Mr. McKoy something?
Yeah,
It hasn't even started yet.
So, Mr. McKoy, how you feel?
Yes, sir.
It's good to see you again.
Always.
You have a number of meetings yourself, right, through the organizations that you belong to?
Yes, sir.
You host? It's good to see you. The last time I saw you, the time I saw you before that, and maybe 3 times back, you showed up here. And it's always good to see you. You make a series of comments, do a lot of cussing, and then you leave.
Cussing.
Or maybe not cussing, but you get like really loud, and then you get into it with somebody up here, and then you leave. And I would just ask,
Sir.
that you not do that.
Sir, with all due respect, when you use the word cussing,
Maybe you didn't cuss. Maybe you just got loud.
wait a minute,
I'm
wait a
sorry.
Why you start him off like that?
When you said that,
Let him
when you said that, you completely disrespected me because I never cuss.
I'm sorry.
And no
Maybe you
one
didn't
here
cuss.
can ever say that I cussed at them in any meeting or in the street.
I'm sorry. You didn't cuss. But the last couple times you were here, you kind of got
Why don't you let him
into it
speak?
with someone in council,
Why don't you let him
right?
speak?
And then you would
Brother,
leave.
please.
So what I'm asking is that you
Badger him.
refrain from
He's
doing that.
badgering
I have
him.
not seen you since the last time you were here to have this conversation, which that's why I asked for a second to have the conversation,
For what?
to say that.
Mr. Struthers, if you interrupt one more time, I'm gonna ask you to leave.
Please.
Please let him
You-
finish your
you
conversation.
Right? And I'm not
For
trying
what?
to be
He's sitting there
disrespectful.
badgering
You
the
and I have talked
resident.
many a times. All I'm asking is that you not come in front of council.
Sir, sir,
Go ahead.
Why is he badgering the resident?
in all due respect, Brother King,
Yes.
you are completely out of line talking to me the way you're talking to me right now.
Absolutely.
Because I have people in this audience that know me very well, and they know that I do not conduct myself like that. Now, if I have an objection to something going down and I speak my mind, I have perfectly right to do that. But no one can say since I've been coming to this council that I've completely disrespected anybody. And you can't say that. And I challenge you, to prove me wrong. I challenge you to prove me wrong. Sir, you have members of NORL that you are a member of that have came up here and disrupted this whole council and stood up here and wouldn't let council go on.
Right.
Did you forget that in that a part of your organization? And as a matter of fact, you stood with them
Right.
and disrupted these meetings. Did you forget your actions?
No. No.
Was my action worse than your action?
No.
Then what are you saying?
I'm trying to correct it, and I'm trying to let you know that what you did, I feel was wrong, and I would ask that you not do it again. That's all
Lord
I'm
have
saying.
mercy.
Right?
Mr. Chair,
Sir,
Mr. Chair,
you-
you
badgering.
have the gavel.
He's badgering.
And the man hasn't even started
Badgering.
to speak.
So
And I think it
before
is
he-
Y'all see this? He's
disrespectful.
badgering.
One second.
Brother
Started
King,
asking
let me
me.
tell you something, man.
I'll tell you what, man, oh man, let's talk afterwards.
Man,
No,
because
let's talk after.
you cannot chastise me in no meeting
I'm not
or nowhere.
trying-
That's what you're
You
doing,
got
brother.
the
I'm
gavel.
not
And I have never did that to
Mr.
you.
Chair,
Can we
you got
talk
the gavel.
afterwards, please?
I never did that to you, brother
All right.
King.
Totally
All right.
disrespectful.
All right.
Can we
All right.
talk
And you're
afterwards?
disrespecting me,
All right.
brother King.
All right. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Your time's starting now. Go ahead.
Let me say this. I came up here for one reason, to talk about black entrepreneurship and how proud I was of that young man to be able to start that business and try to make it work. That was my only purpose for coming up here, is to let that young man know to go forward and try to do the best he can with business. You have been in business, I've been in business. I'm talking about black entrepreneurship. I don't know what in the heck you're talking about. But that's what I came up here for, to praise that young man for going forward with his business. That's what I came up here for. But, in the same token, I noticed that this council, for some reason, has a nasty attitude, including the mayor. This man was talking about his mama getting sick in an ambulance, and this man is pointing his finger, coming.
Yes.
That's irresponsible. Even if he's right or wrong, since he's talking about his mother, that man should